We all do silly things when we're young. Most people have regretted something they did on a dare. But how many people do you know join the military after losing a bet? Listen to Marie-Claude Arguin's story about how she ended up in the Army. Thanks for listening to NSP Shorts.
Then I may have become a bit of a troublemaker, which might be how I ended up in the military.
I was going to say, how does the troublemaker end up deciding that she's going to join the Army?
Yeah. Yeah, by doing silly things, I guess, because there was, we did not know anything about the Army in my family. We did not know anything about the Canadian Forces. I have a couple of uncles that have served a few years back in the days in LAR, but it's not something that we would discuss or that I was necessarily interested in. So, I did not even know that they were different elements. I didn't know of Air Force, Navy, and Army. That just give you an idea of how little we knew about the Canadian Forces.
So you were a regular Canadian family then?
Yeah, probably.
I think that's the case
probably,
for most families.
Right? And honestly, I knew nothing of it until the recruiting center came to do their, regular, pony show, I guess I can call it, in the high schools to show us what it was all about, trying to recruit kids to join either the regular force, the regular or reserve. And then, long story short, they came on a Friday, and then obviously they show us all of the videos. Typically they show us like the obstacle courses in the mud, anything typical of a recruit camp, and then, all of the stuff that you can imagine they show. And because by then, right, total opposite, I went from being a heavy, big kid to then in secondaire 5, so grade 11-ish, being 90 pounds soaking wet, right? Because then I had a taste of sports. I had a taste of exercising. I knew how to eat well. So I was not yet an athlete, but I was much fitter than I was. But yet I had no muscle mass. I was tiny. So people started respectfully kind of joking around and saying, hey, MC, this seems like something for you, but obviously as a joke because I was the tiniest of the classroom kind of thing, right? Anyway, and then there was the school dance that one Friday night. And then I won't go into the details, but we just did silly things at what grade 11 silly kids did back in the days. And then we ended up having a bet. And then whoever lost the bet had to go and do one of those boot camp that we saw during the day. And I lost the bet.
That's a severe consequence of losing a bet. You need to enroll in the military.
Yeah, let's just say again, city, right? We never really taught much further than the first step of that whole thing,
But do you get a sense that people were actually serious?
Oh, no. I actually started, it went quickly from me playing a game with my friends. We knew deep down, right, that this was a joke, that this was not serious. But then I saw it as an opportunity to scare the heck out of my friends, to basically say, well, I'm a woman of my word. And then there you go. I'm going to recruiting center. I hope I survive. If I don't, that will be on you kind of thing. Right.
Right.
And they're like, no, that's a joke. You don't have to do this. And then I just, no. And this is where I say a bit of a troublemaker. I had no intention at all of joining the forces, but I wanted to go far enough in the process to truly scare my friends, to truly put this back on them kind of thing. But then through the process, you get information, you get the pamphlets, you get to talk to the right person at the recruiting center, because obviously they just don't, it's not like you do an Amazon online order, right? It's not like you just call them, give your name, and there you go, you're registered. Right. So, they make an appointment. So anyway, all this to say that in order for me to make it as far as possible in the process, I actually had to have a few discussions with people at a recruiting center, and they had to send me in the mail informations and things like that, where when I started reading it, it's like, okay, wait a minute, there might actually be something here. But again, never long-term, no intention for any long-term. It was more at the time, maybe in relation to the challenges surrounding my weight when I was younger, the fact that I have surpassed that challenge and I have achieved objective. I got a taste of how it feels to be successful in achieving difficult things. And I saw it as this is no longer a bet for my friends. This is no longer a dare thing. This is like, I think I dare myself to try to survive that boot camp kind of thing. So then I had to talk to my parents about it.